All right, so let's dive in here. 10 versus TLD coming into round 1 here. Starting it off with Aiden entering with a punch and Lemur back into that root, just kind of keeping space, trading damage here. We did see, it looked like RTK was going for a flank there. Kind of off cam, does get caught out on the bottom. So TLD having advantage right off the bat in the 3v4. Looks like Aiden trying to just ego this res. Ooh, is going to try to kind of bait it, go in with the ultimate onto Phenom. Phenom sees it coming, is going to just move out of the way there. So now Aiden kind of kiting to the south. We got sort of like a split play going on. Looks like Aiden going for this other res in the 1v1 versus... Oh! So Apostasauce is Lots? Or...
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because he's on TLD, right? Yeah, that's Lots, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Comment,
but yeah, really nice grenade.
Again.
Yeah, for real. I get so confused sometimes. Everyone changing the name. But
yeah,
the other thing that's like cool about Zeph is like the power he brings like right there, where not only is he a support, he can also just one combo people with a good angle.
Yeah, that's true. He just has so much burst.
He reminds me a lot of Zeph. Or sorry, he reminds me a lot of Ezreal. He's like Ezreal healer, where to me, like, he feels like, you know, he's kind of got like this mage thing going on. But ooh, nice catch there. Grenade going off onto RTK. Is going to have to ult up and peel all the way out of there. We see Eva ult coming out from TN. Isn't going to connect with much. TLD doing a good job handling this pressure, kind of kiting back to the right. Oh, an overcommitment there from RTK on the Jewel. Gets locked up, stun into the Abyssal Breaker, dunk down into the Abyss, giving TLD numbers advantage again. 10 on the back foot. Gonna try to make something happen in the 2v3. Big damage coming out from the Carbine. Aiden answering with the punch there, keeping some space. They're really gonna have to play around this Eva, around the orbs, really lean into this healing if they want to come back from this. But, you know, I think the real problem with a comp like this, Kaya, is like, without the Jewel, I mean, I guess like you can't really make a case for that because like you can't anticipate the Jewel dying, but something like this, like Saros isn't quite the same kind of ranged carry as a Myth, as a Ghost, as a Carbine. He's like, he does it in a different way, in my opinion. He does it from far away. His value is in his anti-heal and the space he can create with his orb, the angles he can get with his portal. It's not quite as consistent raw damage output that you see from like those other hunters. So I think that might end up biting 10 a little bit here as it plays out.
Yeah, I feel like 10 so far hasn't really been playing towards their win condition of like really diving on the mark target yet, because RTK's been getting poked out and picked early these last couple fights we've seen. So I'm hoping here to see maybe like more of a cohesive engage from maybe both like Aiden BY and RTK moving on the same target. As Aiden BY goes in,
I wonder how much of that too is TLD kind of reading their win con and saying, hey, we're playing around this Jewel entry. We crowd control Jewel as soon as she comes in. Doing a really good job with it so far. We see all of TLD keeping an eye on it here. There it goes. RTK in. Crowd control again. Same exact thing. 3 rounds in a row. TLD getting the pick onto RTK, and the rest of 10 there kind of nowhere nearby to back up that engage from the Jewel. So once again, TLD numbers advantage. Going to just whittle down the rest of 10 here. Saros taken out there. And Aiden looking to kite it out, last member left on the Bishop, but not going to be able to do much here with all 4 members of 10 running down for TLD.
Indeed, unfortunate. I think it's like you were saying, like TLD is really doing a good job of reading, like, and marking RTK to make sure that he can't get these flanks. But I'm almost kind of curious, like, what would happen, and maybe this sounds a little troll, so bear with me here, but what if RTK decided to like have a more direct entry, specifically where he's playing off of Aiden BY's engage? Like, I would love to see maybe something like that this round. I don't know how...
I like that. And a lot of that stuff is like, ooh, huge R&B into the punch entry from Aiden. They're so close to getting on the kill on the Abador. He's literal one, is going to get that Zeph heal through, but they trade Lemur in the process, trying to keep Abador alive. Lemur goes down from this 10 assault. So 10 finally finding early advantage here. RTK looking to run down Abador on that Ghost. Abador just trying to feather his way out there behind the statue. We see the other member of TLD kiting to the south here. Looks like Lod's going to get an early angle to this beacon with only 1 person contesting him. So if Lods wins his 1v1, TLD might come back here. Abador having to do the same, but RTK finding his angle there, gets the Q into the bump, into the shift, takes out the Ghost, and Aiden living with a single health. Lod's just going crazy on this Zeph, actually in the 1v2, just defending this res on his lonesome. Another member from 10 down over there. So TLD actually still in this thing. But our time here, Kaya, 15 seconds.
I know they're gonna have to cap back this camp here.
10 seconds left.
And it looks like big amoeba.
Oh, it's actually so close here. Jewel up in the air, looking for the shift onto Lemur. He's full stack, still has the Bright Shield though. Abyssal Breaker out, trying to put pressure. They can't get onto the fire in time. So after like a really good looking round for 10, TLD takes it.
Wait, did TLD manage to take it, or was 10?
Didn't they have fire, or was I seeing that wrong? Weren't they the ones on fire right there at the end?
I think they didn't actually take
it. Was TLD.
Back to 10. Oh, it was TLD. Okay. It was
Yeah,
so hard.
I don't think 10 could push the fire. Yeah, it was a really weird round, honestly. So we see next one coming together. Oh, huge Zeph nade coming through from Lods, catches 2 members. Instant follow-up for the rest of TLD, but actually 10 doing a great job trading back. Phenom 1, Lemur low as well, gets that heal out, Bright Shield up. Aiden looking for the entry, completely canceled by the Oath there. The Oath coming in huge, big play by Lemur to completely stop that engage that probably would have got a double knock, evened up the numbers. So 10 once again on the back foot here, and in the last round when they did finally have the front foot, they were not quite able to finish it out. So TLD continuing to assert their dominance. And it looks like 10 kind of all 3 going down to play around the rest. TLD maybe okay letting this go through just to get 1 member back and kind of just rerun that same fight we just saw, except now with fire control, armor, and big advantage, high ground, kind of everything going their way.
Yeah, I think they just kind of let that res go because, like, at this point, like, what is 10 really even supposed to do here into them? Like you were saying, they have armor advantage, they've got high ground, like, 10's got to push into a massive uphill disadvantage here, and it looks like they are managing to try to, they really do chunk out Lod's here. RTK ult coming out.
Ooh. Phenom looking for the entry, actually getting big pressure out, but it's just not going to be in time as the rest of 10 not able to do enough to get on top of that fire. And TLD just doing a really good job playing that round, basically, you know, perfection to the way their comp wants to play it. Forcing 10 to try to push into them when they can't, you know, just resetting, taking high ground, taking armor, and letting them try to do it again. And except this time with the timer and having to force their way onto the middle, doesn't work out for them.
That was a really nice scoop there from Aiden BY on the Phenom. And now he's going in for a huge engage on the Abador goes down. Oh no.
Big ult from TNN trying to defend himself, get that carbine off, and he does as the rest of 10 follows up. So Phenom goes down. Here we go. 10 putting together a round, baby. Finding a chink in TLD's armor, opening that up, and getting a win for themselves, not getting swept. So putting us to 1-4 here. Let's go.
That was actually surgical from Aiden BY. Not only did he get... So I don't know if you saw in the meeting there, he opened up with a satchel charge on the Phenom. Basically forced Phenom out of position, so Phenom had to commit both of his dashes right off the bat, and then was out of position from the rest of his team. And then since Phenom was out of position, Aiden BY then went in for a huge engage and just instantly one-shot Abador. So yeah, very, very, very cool stuff in there. Looks like
nice.
They're trying to do it again here.
Yeah, like actually trades on both sides, and both end up getting him up. So still in a 4v4, but extremely close here. Health bar super low on both sides. 2 members from TLD kiting back in the south, but that leaves Phenom and Abador isolated on the north. The rest of 10 trying to collapse, but Lod's coming up on the south, putting up huge pressure from that Zeph, almost deleting RTK with the grenade old combo. They are going to be able to finish him off there. So the Jewel is down, the Saros is down. TLD on the way to claiming their first match here over the course of this series between these 2 teams. And 10 looking for this res. Aiden on it, has like a second left. They are going to get it through. 30 seconds left. Kaya, they can do this.
I believe in them. Go, 10, go. Go, 10, go.
It's going to have to be perfect here. We see the Saros skewer gets blown up, and they are going to take out Abador. So 10 has an angle here. Oh, Lod's doing such a good job trading on the Zeph, putting out so much damage pressure with these marks. They almost return it, but he answers back. Phenom gets the snipe from the south, long range, eliminates both Wisps. What was looking like tense fight is all of a sudden the way on TLD. They are just so good at trading back in these micro situations. We saw Lod's putting out so much pressure on the flank there. As soon as he's forced out in one shot, he has multiple people within kill range. Phenom rips the ult, deletes them, deletes the Wisps, gives TLD advantage, and that gives them the win. So GG. Phenom moves over to the Felix. Very, very comfortable on that champion. One of the best Felixes in the game. Phenom. So going to be, you know, equally scary TLD comp, but I think 10 maybe has a little more answers here. So let's see if they can put it together. They are able to take a little position on this early high ground. We see RTK having a member of TLD isolated in the bottom, not quite going to be able to get that kill through. Looks like maybe returning to the fight, but they have a 3v4 situation up here with that other member of TLD pushed out. RTK finds the entry on the brawl. The rest of 10 doing a lot of damage to follow up. TN maybe shifts a little too far forward, now isolated on Eva, trying to find their way back to the team. Abyssal Breaker out from Lemur. It's huge, splitting up the rest of 10, not letting them assist that Eva. Slow onto the brawl from the carbine. RTK is able to find his way out there, but after this quick reset, 10 now down a member. TLD back to full force at 4. Aiden trying to maybe play around the Wisp, going for an early res to the bottom right, as we still see 10 trying to duke it out up here. Dylan may be doing something, but both him and RTK super low, so Aiden, instead of going for that immediate res, is going to come back, try to play it out, but in the end, not going to have much to answer with here, so is going to go for a late res. Only 30 seconds here, Kaya.
I know, I don't know if RTK is gonna even be able to. Yeah, Lemur just walks straight up and drops the oath hammer on him.
Yeah, that's a little brutal. So Aiden, last member left, looking to defend his honor on this beacon, but TLD not wanting to let that happen. Swarming down here, finishing him off and taking round 1 for themselves.
Dang, it was a really strong start from 10. Like, Dylan was just raining down absolute fire on the TLD. He was just not missing, but unfortunately they were not able to keep up the pressure in space there. Let's see if they can pull it back.
I think if RTK finds that pick on Brawl at the beginning, he was literally one R&B away from getting that kill, and instead, I think it was whoever was running from him, Lods was able to recover and get back in the fight. And I think RTK trying to do that same thing again. Phenom has kind of the intel on him. Perfect Hunter to match that Brawl, kind of in the 1v1, the Felix. Oh, yeah. And it is a duel for the ages. If RTK wins this, I'm going to be impressed, because that's one of Brawl's hardest matchups for sure.
Yep. What are you supposed to do against melee range Felix? Just get actually microwave.
You gotta just put him in the sword blender. You gotta slam him so he can't move. You gotta grapple him so he's anti-healed, and then do all the stuff. So Phenom, yeah, Phenom is able to take out the Brawl on the Fox, and he's just roasting Dylan as well. It's so hard to deal with that constant damage pressure you were mentioning when he's right up in your face. And like, actually, he's such a good answer into almost every Hunter that's on 10, Kaya. It's like he's great into Brawl, he's great into Eva, he's great into Saros. Like, this is going to be
Phenom on him. Like, it's just
yeah, right. Like, one of the best in the game at the Hunter. It is going to be an uphill battle here all of a sudden for 10, where I was thinking it was maybe a little more comp match, but I think this Felix is actually such a good pickup for 10. We'll have to see how it continues to play out. The camera not doing what Luna wants it to do there. We're back on it over here. RTK still trying to find the flank angle here, playing it patiently, but the rest of TLD collapses on 10 while the Brawl is on the flank, trying to find the 3v4, but it looks like RTK making moves on the south side, has someone isolated, getting kind of chipped out. We're 1v1 happening. TLD looking to answer. RTK gets it, so Phenom is down. Brawl v Fox goes the Brawl's way. RTK showing up huge for the side of 10. 10 need to finish Phenom. Here we go. Now the true 3v4. Looking for that re-entry. Gets the grapple onto the carbine. Oh, Dylan looking to follow up with kill shots of his own. Everyone's super low on TLD, just doing everything they can to live and recover here. But we did see one member get out early. Lods on that res, has about 2 seconds. Eva ult down. Abyssal Breaker out from Lemur. Just so much chaos happening. Lods stands on it, gets the member up, but is it going to be worth? Because everyone is literal one shot. RTK follows up, gets 1, trying to get 2 in the Abyss. Phenom is down. Lods is down. And 10, let's go. Get around.
Good job, 10. Let's go. I'm glad they've managed to pick up around here. Let's see if they can keep with this momentum moving forward.
It's definitely looking better than the last comps facing up against each other. Like it definitely looks more even to me.
Definitely. I think that having like, because they're like, they have some dive, because Ghost definitely can play dive pretty well too, but I think having just like the one main engage from RTK, it's probably a little bit easier for them to coordinate like when they're actually going in and splitting up the members of TLD here.
And
RTK split them up.
100%. And right there at the very beginning, we saw basically a similar thing. RTK almost having a kill shot. He had the R&B onto Lods, just barely out of range, I think, on that finishing blow. So instead of Lods going down, able to recover, and they're able to trade RTK first. So really just inches of going the other way. If RTK puts Zeph into a box there, it's a completely different game. And so, like, really, we're seeing all this play out hinging around the brawl and how effective, you know, they can kind of be at splitting up the fight and finding that early pick. RTK getting so close on multiple rounds to, you know, putting it at a 3v4 right off the bat, looking like he's probably going to try to do it again.
It's just so hard into that comp too, though. Like, Zeph is such a difficult character to actually effectively dive because he can defend himself so well.
Yeah, like the way he like goes backward as he auto attacks with his little B-hop is like,
yeah,
he's just pumping you with marks and
damage.
dropping grenades. Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Oh,
Ooh.
there he goes.
Yeah, RTK has the grapple looking for the entry on the south side. There is going to get forced out, but Law grenade into the ulti. It's absolutely massive, and TLD find the answer once again. Just a disgusting amount of crowd control and burst coming out from this team and comp, and TLD take another round. So coming into this round here, we have 1-4, and this is match point, where if TLD wins this, they take the series over 10. So 10 really want to do everything in their power here to not only win this, but they need 4 in a row. And I think based on what they've seen, they can do it. They just need to string a couple together, and it's really going to all come down to RTK here.
I agree, and I would say that 10 has the really hard job here of, since they're playing a more dive-oriented comp into a comp that is about responding to that dive, they really do have to coordinate well and make good calls together and play together here. Whereas TLD plays in a much more reactionary way, as we're seeing right now.
Yeah. Yep, and it's a similar story to what we've been talking about. It looks like it might not work out for 10 here, very much on the back foot. We saw RTK looking for the flank early there. The rest of TLD saw that. They just hard commit to the north, leave RTK out of the fight, get a pick of their own, and give themselves number advantage before the brawl has a chance to flank. So TLD actually doing a really good job, again, reading 10's win con and playing against it, you know, basically to perfection, and locking down what looked like a pretty easy, you know, round 5 there. So, you know, we saw